Okay, this is a tutorial on how to make a little portrait with a soft background. First thing I did was duplicate the background layer. Now I'm going to select the subject in the foreground. I'm using the quick selection tool for this. I just want to get it as close as possible. I'm going to refine the edge. This could take a little bit of work to get it a little smoother. Alright, now I'm just using the built-in brushes to try and get some of the hair in. I want to try to get this as smooth as possible for the new background I'm going to put in. Now there's my selection. I'm going to add a layer mask, select a brush, color black with a low opacity, and I'm going to start refining the edge. Just to kind of blend it into the background. And take out all the stuff I don't want in it, try to smoothen it out. I'll start on the background. I'm going to create a layer underneath that. I'm going to add a gradient, change it to radial, reverse it, and make it the colors that I want. I'm just going to do a white and a pink. Can sample the pink off the sweater she's wearing. There's a new background. Now adding that background in shows that I still need to blend her more into the background, so I'm going to go back to that layer and keep blending it with the low opacity brush into the layer mask. Now I'm going to start on some makeup. I'm going to make a new layer. Still keep a low opacity brush. I'm going to start sampling colors of the skin and painting over the face. And just blend it all in and make it a little smoother. It's pretty simple. Get rid of some of the discoloration and blend it. And that's where I'll leave it. There's a lot of ways that you can do that. I'm going to add in some lipstick. I'm just going to make it pink. Match everything that's going on in this portrait. Basically the same thing, just low opacity brush, paint over the picture. And there's a lot of ways you can lay that layer on top of it. You can blend it, overlay it, change the lighting, a lot of settings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up going with just a normal layer with a little bit of opacity. But right now I'm just checking my options. And there's a difference. It's very subtle. Now, I don't like the way this layer is sitting, so I'm going to darken it up a little bit. I'm going to make a new layer and I'm going to work on the eyelashes a little bit. I'm just using the pencil brush and dark color. Once again, low opacity. I'm just going to kind of outline the eyelashes and add a little bit of darkness. It doesn't look too good this close up, but when you zoom back out, it looks a lot better. I'm going to fix that little spot right there, back on the first layer with the makeup. Now there's a big color difference in her hair, so I'm using the burn tool, and I'm just going to darken up that light spot in the hair. And here's my different layers. That's what I started with and what I'm going to. And now I'm going to make that light emitting from behind her in the background. I'm just going to start out with this brush I downloaded on a random site. Put it at full size. I'm going to rotate it. Just get a bunch of beams of light coming out from the center. Now I'm going to transform that layer, make it bigger. Still isn't big enough, so I'm going to warp it to make it even bigger. I just got it in front of her so I can see what I'm doing. Throw it behind her, and there you go. Now that also brings up some defaults in my blending, so I'm going to go back to the layer with her in it and blend it some more into the background and get rid of that strand of hair. Just make her fade into the background. What I'm doing is I'm just clicking a lot. I'm not really making big strokes, but I'm clicking a lot with a low opacity. And that's pretty much it. Here's all my layers again, and I hope you learned something.